I'm Dana Denha, and you're
Mhm.
watching FYI. Ann Arbor is a melting pot of cuisines from all over the world, and one annual event gives patrons a chance to enjoy bite-sized morsels while sightseeing the city's vibrant downtown. Joining me is Ashley Schafer, Executive Director for the Main Street Area Association, here to fill us in on the 2025 Taste of Ann Arbor. Welcome to the show, Ashley.
Thank you so much for having me.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? How did you end up at the Main Street Area Association? We've seen a couple people there the last, 10 years or so. This is the first time I've gotten to meet you.
Yeah, so I actually have lived in Ann Arbor for about 15 years. I worked at different hospitality companies. I worked with Merchant Vino when I kind of started in the hospitality scene and went to Washtenaw Community College for culinary arts and hospitality. So I kind of leaned very hard into working in the restaurant industry when I first came to Ann Arbor and met my husband. I've participated in taste with these restaurants too, and so it's kind of fun to see it come full circle. But prior to this role, I worked at Underground Printing. I was doing product selection and licensing, and when this role popped up, it kind of complemented the event side of the hospitality industry that I really wanted to get back into. So I saw this job open up and I applied right away because I just thought it was a really good fit. And I'm really glad that it all worked out. And I've just celebrated my 1 year anniversary with the association. And this is my first taste that I'm, planning versus being in.
Well, congratulations. What an amazing time to be part of it. And like you really do have that connection to restaurants in the area. So that's got to be helpful for a situation like this.
Oh yeah. I think, right when I started, I kind of had a lot of knowledge of things like art fair and football season. So jumping into the role was a little easier, I think, just having that historical knowledge of what happens in downtown.
Well, with your background and with, this job as the executive director of the Main Street Area Association, can you talk about why you think the Taste is one of these can't miss events? Because I personally love the Taste of Ann Arbor. It's like one of my favorite downtown.
Absolutely. So Taste is a really fun community event. I think that if you are not familiar with the restaurants downtown, this is a really great opportunity to come and try, almost every single participating restaurant. There's 22 this year. And they have bite-sized portions that you can purchase anywhere from $1 to $6. So it's very cost effective. And when it's a nice day, it's just nice to kind of walk downtown, get a little shopping done, have a few bites, spend some time with the family. It's also a very family-friendly event. The streets are closed. You can bring your kids down on their tricycles. It just makes it a really nice afternoon out. And I think we're just really excited to bring it back. There's a lot of public interest around this event to bring it back every year.
Oh my gosh, I feel like since I've lived in this area for about 17 years now, but I feel like as time has gone on, the Taste gets busier and busier. I think it brings people from other cities because it is a very like unique event, but it's like unique to the fact that you get to really try a lot of restaurants that you don't get to try in other cities.
Oh, absolutely. And I think we have a lot of options this year. We have sweet, savory, we have, different beverages that you can try now, which are alcoholic or non-alcoholic. There's just a lot of options for everyone.
Do you want to talk about some of the restaurants we can expect this year? Are there going to be some of those classics
Yeah.
like Connor O'Neill's, but then maybe some new ones that we haven't had before?
Yeah, so we're turning. We have Connor O'Neill's, we have the Earl, we have Chop House, Real Seafood, and Paleo that are coming back. And then some newer additions that we have this year are Cups and Chai. They expanded recently from Canton to Ann Arbor. So we're excited to have them at Taste this year. Everyone can try their signature chai. We also have Samba Bowls, which will be bringing their pre-made acai bowls to Main Street. And then Aventura, who has participated in the past, but they'll be coming down and cooking paella on the street and churros. So just a plethora of options, which I'm super excited about.
It's interesting to me how big drinks are now. Like I feel like I was like talking about this with my daughter. I was like, when I was a kid, you'd get like maybe a slush or something. Nowadays, it's like that is like the destination. Like the kids are like, take me to the boba shop, take me to the tea place. Like they love it. They really do. And I grew
They
up
do.
in an Arab family where we drank chai tea, and it's funny that it's
Yes.
so big now. Like I'm thinking about like how every like the
Yeah.
masses enjoy chai now.
Yes, yes. And I don't know if you've tried Cups and Try, but they have like a signature blend that they, have created themselves. It is delicious. It's very caffeinated, but it's really good.
Yeah, that's for us, not for the kids, even though the
Yeah,
kids think
right.
they want the caffeine for some reason.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When is this year's taste?
So it's Sunday, June 1st, and it is from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And it will be on Main Street and also Liberty. So we'll have tickets for sale on Liberty. So, in addition to some vendors that we're bringing in to do some kid-friendly activities, as well as A20 that will be giving away some of their bamboo cutlery, that will be happening on Liberty, and then all of the tasting and bites will be happening on Main Street.
Okay, that sounds cool. And then there's music too. There's always some music playing.
Yes. Yep. So we actually have bands playing every hour starting at noon. Bank of Ann Arbor is our sponsor and curated that lineup for us. So we're really excited because they have done this in the past and they do such a great job finding the bands that really set the mood for taste.
And so when you're getting the tickets, there's no advance tickets. You're just getting them while you're there, right?
Yeah. Yep. So no advance tickets, but we will start selling them at 10:30. Hopefully that will help kind of eliminate some of those longer lines if we can get those sales earlier in the day. And as of right now, it looks like it's going to be 70 and sunny, which is perfect.
You know what's interesting? I feel like when I've gone, it's always beautiful at the taste. For whatever reason, that weekend is usually a nice weekend. And even if it does rain that day, it usually is like a rain for a little bit and then it comes back and it's nice again. You can just find your
Yeah.
shelter downtown.
Yes. Yeah. And there'll be plenty of businesses that you can, either shop or grab a drink. We have the social district, which is a nice element to this as well. So if you wanted to stop at Grotto or Bill's Beer Garden and grab a drink, then that's an option too.
Did you want to mention any kids' activities or any other activities that are happening? Because the kids are
Yeah.
always ready to do something. They want to eat, but then they want to do other stuff.
Yes. Yes. So we will have a face painter on site. She'll be arriving at noon and she'll be there from 12 to 4. She was also the same face painter that we had for the trick or treat parade. So we're excited to have her back. And then the Ann Arbor District Library will be there with their button maker, but they'll also be providing some information on their summer reading program. So you can sign up or get that information, make a button. We also have the Alzheimer's group and A20 that will be doing activities in the street. So they haven't released what those are yet, but I do know that those will be available to the kids, which will be really nice.
I will say I love when the streets are closed. It's like magical. I love being able to watch the kids run around and like draw on the street. And that like part to me is so cool because I like didn't grow up with like a cute downtown area. So like
Yeah.
this idea that like now in the summers that the kids get to like run the street and like it's really cool. It's really
I
cool.
agree. I agree. And honestly, this is kind of like our kickoff because then a few days later, we're closing the streets Thursday through Sunday. All summer long, we'll have activations with music. We have story time with literati on the first Sunday of every month, which we're excited to host this year. And then the first Sunday of our street closure, we have the ride coming in with a bus that the kids can check out on the street. So
No, no, they love that stuff. I mean, a
they
bus,
really
what I
do.
mean, just anything to explore, get in there, and they'll love
Yes.
it.
Yes, my kids have been asking for years to just like take a ride on the city bus because it's cool, right? The
Oh,
experience is
totally.
fun. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we have a production truck at CTN, and I have a 2-year-old, and we put him in it, and I swear to God, it was like a fit to get out of that thing. He would have slept in that
Yes.
truck.
Yes. Yep.
Well, before we go, why don't you just tell people why they should plan on this Sunday going out to the Taste of Ann Arbor and enjoying some delicious food from the downtown?
Yeah. So I will say the biggest factor is parking is free on Sundays. So you can come downtown, park in the structure, park on the street, or park in a surface lot, and it is free for the day. And then it's just a day of music and food, where you can just kind of experience downtown Ann Arbor, either, at a very like low cost. I think, which is great for families right now, is they're kind of looking for things to do outside.
Yeah, and it's cool because you do get to try restaurants that maybe you wouldn't have tried because you weren't sure about the menu, and now you get to like try just like little bits of it and see
Yeah,
what you like, places like expand a little bit.
exactly.
Well, thank you, Ashley. It's been really nice talking to you.
Yes, thank you.
For
Hope to
more
see
on
you
this and
there.
other programs, visit a2gov.org/CTN, visit youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor to see all that we have to offer. And remember to like, subscribe, and ring that notification. Thanks for watching and tune in next time to FYI.